Hello students, in this video again I am taking a sum on forfeiture and reissue. This time in the previous video when I took forfeiture and reissue, there we have incurred a loss at the time of reissue. Today I am going to take up a sum. I have selected one sum where in forfeiture and reissue we are going to gain a profit. So I am covering both the type of sum in this video. Now again the same thing, the question I am going to post a link in the description box. You can download it, take a printout and you can watch this video. Now let's start with the sum. Question says JK Limited has an authorized capital of 4 lakh rupees. Now you never record authorized capital in your book of accounts. Why? Because authorized capital is just stating you how much total capital company can have, how much total share capital company can have. Actually it is not issued, so you are supposed to record actual shares issued by the company, not the authorized capital. So I hope you have understood the thing why I am saying not to record authorized capital. Divided into shares of 20 each. So the face value of the share given in the question is 20 rupees, the whole of which is issued. So now you can record this amount of shares, 4 lakh rupees. Why? Because they said whole of which means we have issued entire authorized capital. Now since you have issued all the shares, now you are supposed to record in the books of account at a premium of rupees 2 per share. So what was the face value, students? In this sum, face value is 20 rupees, premium money is 2 rupees, so total recoverable is 22 rupees. Now let's see how we are going to collect this 22 rupees. On application and allotment 10 rupees, on first call 4 rupees per share including premium. So if you split that 4 rupees for first call money, you have to split it into share capital money and premium money. Premium money is 2 rupees. So 4 rupees, if you split, you get 2 rupees for share capital, 2 rupees as a premium money, and the balance as and when required. So let me explain you in writing. So what question says that on application and allotment, we are asking to pay them 10 rupees per share, and first call. At the time of first call, we are asking them to pay 4 rupees including the premium. So how much is premium money, students? Premium money is 2 rupees. So your capital money will be 2. So what I did, I've just split the amount 4 rupees into share capital money. So share capital money is 2 rupees and premium money is 2 rupees. That makes up 4 rupees of first call and final call. So what will be the balance, students? Total face value is 20 along with the premium 2 rupees. So total receivable is 22. 14 is already received. So what will be the balance amount? Minus from this 22 minus 14. So what will be your balance amount, students? 22 minus 14, 8. So you will be asking for the balance amount of 8 rupees at the time of final call. The balance as and when required. The company made both the calls. So company made all the calls, right? The application and allotment money were duly received. So this money we completely received from all the applicant. But a shareholder holding 2000 shares failed to pay both the calls. So there is a arrear at the time of first call and final call. So we need to show arrear at the time of first call and also at the time of final call. We are going to show arrears on 2000 shares. These shares were forfeited. So let's first start with the first entries, then we will come to the forfeiture at the end. So can you tell me, students, what will be your entry for application? Bank entry, very easy. bank account debit to equity share application and allotment account. Be careful students, application allotment is together, so even here you have to write together. Let's write down the working note in bracket. How many shares were there students? Total 4 lakh rupees divided into shares of 20 each. So how many shares it will be? You will divide this 4 lakh rupees divide by 20 rupees of face value. So the number of shares are 20,000. So 20,000 shares of 20 each. Sorry, we are collecting only 10 at this time, at the time of application. So what will be the amount? 20,000 into 2, 10 is 2 lakh rupees. Now tell me transfer entry. Again, it's a very basic entry. Transfer entry, very easy one. Equity share application and allotment account debit to equity share capital account. So you will write the same amount. We want to cancel this temporary account, application and allotment. So this was very basic entry students. Now you will pass entry for first call of 4 rupees. Be careful, there is a premiums given in this question. First call is of 4 rupees, 2 rupees is a share capital money, 2 rupees is a premium money. So you will have to tell me transfer entry for first call with premium. So it will be equity share first call account debit to equity share capital account to securities premium reserve account. Since there is a premium, you will have to use SPR account. There is a premium in this. So let's write down the working. Total shares are 20,000 and we are asking for 4 rupees. Out of this 4 rupees, you split it into capital and premium. So 20,000 into 2 is capital money, 20,000 into 2 is your premium money. So let's write down the amounts now. 4 2s are 8 and 4 zeros. 4 zeros, 4 2s are 8, 80,000. 20 into 2, 40,000 and 40,000. Correct? Now, this is your transfer entry. Now, be careful with the bank entry. Why be careful? Because there is a arrear. I put star here. Star means there is a arrear given. So you have to tell me bank entry. You will have to tell me bank entry with the arrear account. So what will be your entry with arrear? Bank account debit calls in arrears account debit to cancel this temporary account. Equity share first call account. I want to cancel it completely. So write the same amount, 80,000. Arrear. Let's write down how many shares are in arrear, students. Let's read the question. Question says a shareholder holding 2,000 shares. So there was a shareholder holding 2,000 shares. He didn't pay the first call. First call was for rupees 4. So 4 2s are 8. 4 2s are 8 and 3 0. So 8,000 is called in arrear. Write the balancing amount in the bank. 80 minus 8, 72,000. So done with the first call ka 2 entries. Now let's pass 2 entries for final call. Number 5, transfer entry. Final call is of 8 rupees. Final call is of 8 rupees. What will be your transfer entry? Equity share final call account debit to equity share capital account. I'm writing a working 20,000 shares into 8 rupees. So 2 8s are 16. How many zeros? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1,60,000. Okay, now let's pass bank entry, but be careful. You will show same arrear, same shareholder didn't pay this money also. So same entry, but the amount will be different. Bank account debit, call in arrear account debit to equity share final call account. This is a temporary account. I want to cancel this completely, so I am writing same amount. So this account gets cancelled, final call. Now let's write working for arrears. How many shares are in arrears? 2000 shares are in arrears. This time they didn't pay final call of 8 rupees. So 2 8s are 16 and 3 zeros. 16,000. Write the balancing amount in the bank account. 1,60,000 minus 16,000. So 1,44,000. This is the balancing amount. Now what question says? We have forfeited these 2,000 shares because this person have not paid first call and final call. So what company finally decided to forfeit, to cancel these shares. So let's pass cancellation ka entry, forfeiture ka entry. So number 7, forfeiture. How many shares we are forfeiting, students? 2,000 shares. Be careful, I am writing here 2,000 shares. What is your forfeiture ka entry? Your capital is decreasing, so you will debit capital account. If it is decreasing, you will debit capital account. Now since the share is getting cancelled, no sense in keeping arrear account. So I am also cancelling call in arrear account. And whatever balance I get in the credit, that is a profit. I will transfer that profit to share forfeiture account. I am writing a calculation, students. How many shares we are cancelling? 2,000 shares. And I will multiply this with the face value, 20 rupees. Arrear. How many arrear amounts were there? Also I am writing this. At the first time, arrear amount was 8,000. So 8,000 plus. Second time he made arrear of 16,000. So what is the total arrear amount? 16 plus 8 is 24,000. Agreed? 16 plus 8 is 24,000. So total arrear account balance is 24,000. This I got the amount from the earlier entries. So wherever you see call in arrear, you have to add. I am putting a tick. So at two places there were arrear 8,000, 16,000. You have to add and write it. For capital, 2,000 shares cancelled off. 20, 2 2s are 4 and 4 zeros. 40. Now write the balancing figure in forfeiture account. This is a profit. Profit is always credited. So 6,000 and 1. 16,000 is the profit on forfeiture. So you are putting this profit in the forfeiture account because this is profit because of the forfeiture. Now what question says? Out of this 2,000 shares, we have reissued. How many we have reissued? Let's check the question. All of these shares, we are reissuing all 2,000 shares together. So tell me reissue ka entry. How many shares we are reissuing? We are reissuing 2,000 shares. All shares are reissued. What is your reissue ka entry? Whenever company reissue shares, company receive money. So bank account debit. Debit what comes in? To share forfeiture account debit. If there is a loss, we have to check. We will check it's a profit or loss. To equity share capital account. Now let's write down the working. How many shares we are reissuing? 2,000 shares. We always multiply this with the issue price. What is the issue price given, students? 14 rupees. So you multiply this with 14. So 14 twos are 28 and 3 zeros. Correct? For capital, you will always multiply shares with the face value. You will multiply this with the face value. What is face value? 20 rupees. So 2 2s are 4 and 4 zeros. So there is a loss. We are getting balance on the debit side. So it is a loss, student. We have incurred a loss on reissue. How much loss? Of 12,000. So this is reissue ka entry. Now last entry, transfer entry. Now for transfer, you have to check. What you will check? How many shares we forfeited? 2,000. How many we reissued? 2,000. If forfeiture, number of shares and reissued number of shares are same, then for transfer, you have to do A minus B. Now what is this A minus B? Here in forfeiture, whatever is the balancing figure, I take this value as variable A. And in reissue ka entry, whatever is your balancing figure, I take this value as variable B. Am I clear with this? I am repeating again. In forfeiture, whatever is your balancing figure, always take it as variable A. And in reissue, whatever is your balancing figure, take it as variable B. And for transfer, you have to simply do A minus B. Am I clear? So when you will do A minus B, for that you have to check. What you will check? How many shares were forfeited? 2,000. How many shares you have reissued? 2,000. Your forfeiture shares and reissued shares must be equal. Then you can do A minus B. And what will be your entry for transfer? Share forfeiture account. You are transferring to capital reserve. So your entry will be share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve. A minus B. What is value of A, students? The value of A is 16,000. So 16,000 minus B. What is value of B? 12,000. But remember when to do A minus B? When your, I am writing here, when your forfeited shares, number of shares forfeited is equal to number of shares reissued. You forfeited 2,000 shares, you reissued 2,000 shares. So whenever it is forfeited and reissued shares are equal, you will do A minus B. So what is your answer, students? 4,000. Am I clear with this? I hope you have understood how to pass forfeiture, reissue and transfer entry. Thank you.